Hey guys, Wraithcrew here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I have a coaching session where I talk to a student about realizing their potential. This student had really strong mechanics and could fight well, but they were missing out on some high kill games due to several factors. I'm going to be breaking down these factors for you guys today, so you can potentially get that 4K damage badge or 20 bomb just for yourself. Real quick, I've reopened channel memberships. If you're interested, for just $2 a month, it helps me keep doing this for you guys. So if you want to support me and keep these sessions uploaded to YouTube, it's a great way to support me. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get in the video. We went over some positioning, some fighting stuff. All that been going well?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions on anything? Has it helped? Has everything been good?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the time I was kind of playing without thinking, and I feel like putting more thought into actually making a plan before just rushing in
Yeah,
has been pretty good.
Playing without thinking kills most players. Is there a specific game you wanted to go over, or is just the whole thing pretty solid?
I would say especially the two first one. The first one is a longer game,
Okay.
yeah, but there are some skips in it. Yeah, in this first one, the three last teams or four last teams are super weird.
So your drop is good, and you look around, which is again good. I like to see that. This is literally like the best thing. I really like seeing just looking around before you actually go anywhere. Volt Mastiff in this economy, god damn. God damn. Especially when you're playing no-fill. 1v1s, you should take every 1v1 possible, for the most part.
Okay.
Obviously there's some really bad ones you should take. Those ones are a lot more obvious, where it's just like a guy who's gonna be assisted by his teammates in some way. Why do you run from those? My question.
I was unsure, like where they were or like how they were pushing. I thought they were like double pushing me really hard, so I was like repositioning, and then I see another team as well.
Okay. Your loadout just prohibits you from like being able to do anything, right? But especially because your ammo count here, you need to be more aggressive because you can't afford to really take multiple resets because you don't have ammo. There's no energy ammo anywhere. Sure, you are playing Loba, and sure you do have like 70 energy ammo, but it's not really enough to get you through a sustained fight, right? Like you can't really poke, reset, poke, reset. Like you can only do it twice, and then you'll be out of ammo, right? You need to be looking to engage on a team or engage on somebody, so you can get loot. There's probably been 5 or more team fights on the map because it was 26, 15 or something like that. I can't. I just said the number better. Over the course of 3 minutes, because of how methodical you're playing this, like obviously playing safe is fine, right? Like there's nothing imperatively wrong about what you're doing because you're playing this because you're playing safe to stay alive, right? To get really high kill games, to get really get the foundation for high damage, high kill games, you have to take risks in the early game to try and get these better games, right? Because what would be better now, having 3 kills or having 6 kills? It's like, well, obviously six kills, right? But you are more likely to get an average of 3 kills by playing like this, but you're less likely to get 6 kills, right? Because if you play with more risks and understand risk mitigation, you have two paths that you take. On the safe path, you get probably like a solid like 1 to 4 kills like every single game, right? And people can argue that this is consistent, but it doesn't result in like impressive, groundbreaking, like, oh my god, I just dropped 27 kills, oh my gosh, I just dropped 9,000 damage, right? You'll never really get that here, right? You have to get way more lucky than normal, or you drop 0 kills to like 7 kills off drop, right? Which one seems better? Probably the 0-7, right?
Yeah, it's more fun.
It's more fun, but obviously we have to factor in the 0. The 0 is gonna feel bad because it's like, well, you just died because you just, oh, I swung all 3 by accident, or oh, I didn't get a gun, and then like blah blah blah, right? And we honestly just have to take it as it is. We don't need to. A lot of Apex players will be like, oh, this game just like sucks and it's like bad, and it's like I wish I was playing like an arena shooter like Quake or something like that. And it's like, well, me too, but like that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, right? It's not gonna happen.
Plays those games, sadly.
Yeah, sadly. When you're playing, you ultimately have to take risks to win, right? You obviously have to take risks, and analyzing these risks and going, what are the payoff of each risk, and be able to recover from risks is important, right? Like if you go swinging a guy and you go, okay, my reward from this risk is getting this knock. The risk obviously is my life, maybe, But you can obviously tune it, right? You can always go, maybe the risk isn't I always die here, maybe the risk is I get cracked here and then I have to give up space, right? As you better get to tangibly control these risks in your game, you'll be able to go, hey, I will die if I swing this, or maybe I'll only get cracked if I swing this, or maybe you can be like, my risk here is that like I don't have a lot of ammo, so I have to swing this guy, right? If I don't kill this guy, then I'm like out of ammo, things like that, right? And once you start to have a really good game on your hands or something like that, so for example, once you drop like a 7 kill or 7 kill off drop, you're like, I need to start pushing so I can get these kills, right? For me, there is some sort of meta aspect, like outside, like outward aspect. Like if you already have your 20, which you don't, obviously, but like let's like for me, right? When I'm playing pubs and I'm playing with like randoms, and I'll drop like a 19 kill a game, like 19. Everybody, like I see so many players do this when they try to get their first 20, is they'll be like 19 or 18 kills. And then they just fucking go, like, they hit the widest swing possible on the last team, and I'm like, and then they die, and they're like, no, and I'm like, bruh, you don't need to play so aggressively. Right? One of my students, Mythos, recently hit his 20 bomb, and I was watching him on stream, and he had turbo aped for the last kill, and it was a full team. The kill was like it was his 20th. He only got that kill instead of getting all 3, so he could have dropped a 22 bomb as his first game, which would have been way better than a 20, right? Not bad. A little sloppy, but that's okay. Not bad at all. Nice. Well done. Just see how easy that was? Now imagine you did that 3 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
They had to walk at you, and sometimes teams are legitimately just never gonna do that. I'm sure you are. I'm pretty sure that happened to you at this end game, right? Because you said that they're a little weird.
Yeah.
When you're looking to, okay, I really don't know why. Like, I can't explain to you in a coaching sense why the f this guy's here crouching, nor can I explain why his Ash is somewhere. I don't know. I really can't explain this to you, right? The important thing is that when you're playing around like this, especially, like you're trying to play like these these hybrid points, where obviously like the building and like that rock are really strong areas to hold, right? Do you know what thresholds are? The best way to counter like 3 stack, like people running at you, being like, "Hey guys, we're streamers. We have Twitch in our name or Kick in our name. We're all gonna run at you and we're gonna kill you. Right? Then we're gonna teabag your box, right?" Best way to counter that is when they chase you. You want to deal damage. You want to deal damage at a threshold, and then as soon as they start taking, like, as soon as they're getting too close to you, because you can't actively defend the threshold, right? Because there's just 3 men walking at you, right? You have to back up and reset at another threshold, and then do the same thing again, and again, and again, and eventually, either in you trading damage, they will take a bunch of damage. They will go, hey, I'm taking like 70 damage from this guy's R9 every single time I walk up. I've taken 140 damage. I need to pop a bat, right? And then boom, you've now isolated it to a 1v2 or something like that, right? While this one guy sits back here and heals. And then from there, you can probably, it's way easier to systematically break down a 1v2 than it is a 1v3, right? Or the guy doesn't care and keeps walking at you, and you go, oh, that fuse is still 1 HP. I'm just gonna kill him, and then you just kill him, right? Sometimes they can overwhelm you with speed. So for example, they can like Octane Pad at you, or like Ash Port at you, or just catch you off guard through like several ways, right? But this is the best way to do so. The reason why streamer building is really good, by the way, because streamer building, well, I guess old streamer building, not really the same building anymore. Old streamer building was really good, was because the building had like 30 thresholds in it. The thresholds can be head glitches, right? Because if I play this head glitch here, I just control all of the space, right? It's a natural resetting point. I can see, I can shoot, I can do everything just fine from this head glitch, right? If you ever play Olympus against people that know what they're doing, it's fucking miserable, by the way. It's really bad. That map is slopes and stairs and ramps. And if we start thinking more macro related, right? If we were to break down thresholds, so thresholds can be dynamic. They aren't necessarily always. Like some things will always be thresholds. Like buildings will always be thresholds, right? But in more like end game scenarios where terrain's a little bit more limited, certain things will be a threshold, certain things won't be, right? For example, this rock you're playing is a threshold. It's a really good threshold, right? Because a team can't push you from the side, right? They can see you. They can't like push you from that side unless they use like ability or something like that, right? There's this big chunk of cover here that blocks, you know, all of this side from you. So if we look on the map here, this threshold basically is a gate like this. It acts like a gate like that. It stops anything from this side of the map being able to really push you super easily because you can play the rock for cover, right? Here, right? There's no thresholds here really, right? Because this rock kind of it shoots over there, like across the way, but there's not really any cover in any other way, right? This rock is not a threshold. This tiny rock is definitely not a threshold. The biggest threshold you kind of have is more so the house in a more macro sense, right? Is the house overall. But it's not. So when you're walking in between from one threshold to another, you need to do so either being really fast or make sure that you won't get like punished or shot, or you won't be like caught off guard, right? I can obviously simplify this advice a lot by don't just walk out in the open, right? But like understanding what is the open is important to understand. Okay. Does all this make sense?
Yeah, it makes very good sense.
This website is awesome. The most awesome part about it.
The loot. Oh wait, there's weapon spawns?
Yeah, you can show weapon spawns here, right? So when you're hot dropping, right, we are teetering risk and reward odds. If you want to play safer, and this isn't necessarily the wrong call, right? Because if we stack every risk against itself, we're gonna collapse a lot more often, right? But if we want to get a little bit more consistently good games, we want to be a little bit safer. Obviously, we don't want to be too safe because we lose out on kills, right? But you'll see a lot of streamers, you'll see a lot of like YouTubers, and a lot of whatever drop like stream building, right? Stream building or the monument over here or whatever, right? Or the big building in here, or whatever. And to be honest with you, there is the element of the fact that they are a content creator. They need high kill games. They need YouTube games. Hey YouTube, how's it going? Right? They need those, right? They need those for the money. And they should be landing, right? The direct consequence of these buildings is that a lot of people land there. A lot of people land there. A lot of people want a YouTube game, whether they're uploading it to 50 subscribers or 500,000 subscribers. Right? The consequence of these buildings is that these buildings are typically jam-packed. Typically, a lot of people in these buildings. You can get fights really early in these buildings, which is awesome. But also, it's risky, right? Because there's a lot of people. You get a lot of fights, but it's really risky because there is probably one guy who got purple armor PK, right? Obviously, you can kill that guy, right? But realistically, the chances being you're probably gonna die to that guy a good bit, right? Sometimes you are that guy, and you will just get 7 kills for free, right? For the sake of your sanity, if you feel like Apex is driving you insane, do not land here. It's bad, right? So if you're gonna land, basically there's 2 options. There is the land where everybody else is landing and risk higher kill game, but also for, you know, on average lower, you know, kills. So like your KD will probably plummet, but your higher kill games will probably go higher, right? The alternative is you land somewhere safer outside. So let's say like here, let's say the bridge you're playing, let's say the apartments here, let's say train station, right? Let's say like anywhere here, right? This building, anywhere here, right? You're missing out on like I would say 2-3 kills, maybe 4 to 5 at most, depending on how unlucky you are with looting or how fast you are. But you're missing out on like a small portion of kills in trade for the more guaranteed success of loot, right? That's something like I want you to personally come to terms with. Personally go, okay, I'm more comfortable with X, I'm more comfortable with Y, whatever, right? Any other questions?
No, I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Just looking through my notes.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far and watched the whole video, thank you so much. I would appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and like I said earlier, I reopened channel memberships as an extra way to support me. Any future members will be listed here on the end screen. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next session.